The term Antichrist is used only 5 times in the Bible and coined by the Apostle John in 90 A.D. Significantly, 5 years later, in the 95 A.D. vision, John was given a closer look at Antichrist, seeing him clarified as the false prophet. In fact, John never uses the term Antichrist even once throughout the entire book of Revelation, but only uses the term false prophet. Again, this is because the Apostle John recognized in the vision the more crystallized profile of Antichrist as being a false religious leader, namely the false prophet. To John it was absolutely clear that Antichrist and the false prophet were obviously and unmistakably one and the same man. From John's perspective, the terms Antichrist and false prophet were synonymous and emphatically profiled just one man who would arise. Also significant is that John understood that the false prophet would be a total religious impostor, masquerading through the centuries and exalting himself as a Christian. This is symbolized in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, saying, "The false prophet has 2 horns like a lamb," meaning he would deceptively model himself after the true Lamb of God, Jesus. Today, and what the past 2,000 years of history now prove, is that the Apostle John saw in advance the papacy of Rome being concocted from the 3rd and 4th centuries, and then expanding its Antichrist world status through each and every century right up to today's end times. Right now, and as precisely foretold of Revelation's false prophet, the world clout today of Pope Benedict XVI is second to none, having an unparalleled 1.2 billion pledged Catholic followers, not to mention also having the unmatched favor of the rest of the world's 6 billion people and its world leaders. But regarding Revelation's term Antichrist, history also proves that many true Christian men over the centuries also identified the popes as Antichrist. Men like John Calvin, Martin Luther, William Tyndale, Sir Isaac Newton, King James, John Wesley, D.L. Moody, Charles Spurgeon, and many others all rightly ID'd the popes as Antichrist. Virtually, the title of this video could be accurately attached to every one of the popes of the past, saying 100% proof that John Paul II is Antichrist, or 100% proof that Pope Pius XII is Antichrist, etc., etc. In closing, the ultimate and more pointed question today is which pope will be the final Antichrist in today's end times. This is really the ultimate question at this crucial time in history. The Bible answers this question in Daniel chapter 9, verse 27, saying that the pope who actually signs a 7-year agreement with the Jews of Israel is himself the actual final Antichrist, or final pope of today's end times. This is the major key to watch for today and is virtually in process right now between the Vatican and Israel. This is shown in great detail at Heisnear.com with hundreds of headlines which overwhelmingly match and confirm this major Bible prophecy as ready to come to pass. In fact, Benedict XVI and Israel are so near to executing a final agreement, which would start the final 7-year tribulation, that even if Benedict XVI were to suddenly die or even retire, then any subsequent pope could easily step in and carry out the final role of Antichrist and not lose any time in signing a 7-year agreement with Israel.